All right, welcome in Nerdshaw Radio, powered by BFA Sports. Make sure to follow all the socials at Nerdshaw Radio on Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, YouTube, TikTok, all of them. Make sure you follow all the social platforms as well as at BFA Sports. Subscribe to them on YouTube as well. We got a great show in store for you today. Going to keep this one a little short. We did the shift earlier. It's been a busy day. Busy day, busy weekend, to say the least. So we'll keep this one short. Just wanted to hop on for a couple of minutes, talk a little Birds, talk a little Sixers to start things off. And I'll tell you what, we got to start with the Philadelphia Eagles. Howie. Oh, what a guy. What a guy. Guy doesn't stop working. Does not stop working around the clock, making phone calls and making deals. I mean, 3 trades within the past week. Unbelievable stuff. Eagles trade for Jalen Phillips from the Miami Dolphins. They give up a 2026 third-round pick. And guess what? Miami's going to eat a lot of the contract, too. Howie Roseman just gets it done. And we talked on the radio yesterday, if you tuned in to 97.3 ESPN Radio. We talked about this regarding Howie Roseman and the Eagles. Do they need to make another trade? Because on Saturday, he traded for Jair Alexander. And now listen. These are high reward, low risk, high reward type of deals. And, you know, you're going after Jair Alexander. Last week you trade for Michael Carter II. If he could stay healthy, that'll help you out too. But they have made some fantastic moves to help bolster this team and add depth to this team because they've dealt with some injuries as well. Going after Phillips, I thought was huge. You know, obviously I'm a proponent of going out and get Myles Garrett. But okay, you'll take Phillips. Phillips, you know, mid-20s guy. Last year of his contract, you knew the Miami Dolphins were going to be in a fire sale with the way everything's going down there. And that was one of the names we brought up. And listen, sure enough, Howie goes out, he gets it done, and adds an edge rusher to the team, which they desperately need. You know, they lose Darius Smith. He retires out of nowhere after you thought you were going to get something from him, and he leaves. You bring back BG. You don't know what you're going to get out of him. You're, 10 to 15 snaps a game. He is there to help the organization and the locker room, okay? That's why you have a guy like BG coming back. Would have liked to see him just go out on top with the ring, the whole thing. Hopefully they win one this year, and he can actually go out on top. But you know, what's BG going to give you? And, you know, he lost a lot of pieces in the offseason and, you know, playing tonight, Josh Sweat being one of them. Like, he makes a big play tonight. You lost guys like that. And every Super Bowl team loses guys in the offseason after they win. So I'm in on the Phillips move. He just has to stay healthy. I think this is a good move for the most part. If he can stay on the field, that'll help. And then remember, you're also going to get Nolan Smith back. So now you can have a little bit of a rotation here and keep guys fresh. And, you know, with Jalen Carter in the middle, that's going to open things up for a Phillips and a Nolan Smith because they'll be double teaming Jalen Carter. So this is a solid move from the Eagles. It just shows Howie Roseman doesn't stop. He keeps working. He keeps at it. It's why he's one of the best general managers, not just in football, but just in sports in general. Every fan wants this guy to be their GM. Like, he's never not working to improve the roster. And when you have that backing from ownership and Jeffrey Lurie and you have the money to do it, boom, you got a guy who knows what he's doing and doesn't want to be in the back closet anymore when they did that with him in the Chip Kelly years. So Howie does it again. Best roster in the NFL. Checking in on the comments. Make sure to comment your thoughts on the Eagles trade, making a few moves this week. They still got till 4 p.m. tomorrow. They are the best roster in the NFL. Watching over the weekend, you watch a lot of these teams. How can you not think the Philadelphia Eagles are one of the best teams in the NFL? I mean, seriously, how can you not? They have been fantastic, especially over the past couple of weeks. You know, obviously there's some bumps in the road. You know, the A.J. Brown stuff, it is what it is. But Jalen's played really well. You've gotten stops when you need to. You've gotten big games now out of Saquon. He finally got going. I think the Tank Bigsby trade, underrated move so far this year. That might be my favorite one because I'm curious to see what Tank can give you during the rest of the season. As a secondary running back, he had 104 yards in that New York Giant game. And I know it's the New York Giants who have the 25th ranked rush defense in the league going into that game. But I think that could be huge. Like, he's going to take Dylan's spot at this point. Just to have him behind Saquon, he can get yards like that, get some guys healthy. If the offensive line can be a little bit healthier here in the second half, they're in a great spot, man. I like where the Eagles are at right now. And Howie Roseman, just miraculous, to make all these deals. And maybe we don't know if he's done yet. He might not even be done. Yet. So let me know what your thoughts are on the moves to get Phillips, Jair Alexander, Michael Carter II. You know, the cornerback situation is fascinating because, listen, and I'll move to that now after talking about Phillips for a second. Jair has been scratched, a healthy scratch, 5 times this year. He's played in 2 games for the horrendous Baltimore Ravens defense. I don't know what you're going to get out of him. He's not even 30 years old yet. He was really good in Green Bay. And one of the positive things about this move, which I found really interesting, is Christian Parker, who's the passing game coordinator and defensive backs coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. He was with Green Bay in 2019, 2020, one of the years that Jair got to a Pro Bowl. So that's, I think, important. The Jalen Phillips thing. Vic Fangio was his defensive coordinator in Miami. I think those are really important and key pieces to this whole equation because there's some familiarity there. I know Jair has struggled. Jalen Phillips now comes from the disaster in Miami to a winning organization, a guy he's familiar with. I think that makes the transition much easier and helps you, to say the least, going into the second half of the season with integrating these guys into the lineup. So this is fun stuff, man. Like, you dream of this as a fan, to have your GM go out and get players and just not stop. I think Jair, hopefully he can elevate, because, man, if they get a good Jair Alexander on the other side where you could put Coop, just kind of roam, and we know that he likes to roam with Vic Fangio at the helm. You have Michael Carter II, who, when healthy, is really good in the slot as well, and nickel packages. You roam those guys all over the place, right? Coop, Michael, and if you could settle down on that one side, that second cornerback spot, and Jair can give you something, hey, more power to you, Howie, because we'll see. And we've seen that happen from Eagles players in the past. Now we've seen some clunkers from Howie before. Byard just a couple of years ago, right? Like, that didn't do much for the Birds, but hey, take a swing, low risk, high reward. You have a ton of draft picks you can use. You have a young defense. Take a swing, man. And hopefully Jair can give you something, because I think that would be so important, where it could get more creative with Cooper DeJean and Michael Carter II on the defensive side of things in those dime and nickel packages, having those guys play at their strength in the slot instead of moving Coop outside all of the time. You know, I like Coop outside too, but he's so good when he's roving and moving all over the defense, and you can put him in creative spots. And Vic's done that throughout his tenure here. So with Coop, I know it's only a second year, but based on last year and the games this year, that's what you've seen out of DeJean. So how he's not done, who knows? There could be another move coming. They have plenty of draft capital. Why not just take everybody from the Miami from the Miami Dolphins at this point? Just take everybody. Just take everybody from the Miami Dolphins. Maybe take Mike McDaniel next year as an offensive assistant or something to help be creative and give some creativity to the offense. But I will say Patullo has done much better as the last couple of games, but we'll see how that goes. As long as Jalen has the same guys around him for a couple years, I mean, gosh, he's got a different coordinator almost every year, it feels like, since high school. So not fair to the quarterback of the franchise. All right, let's move along. Second half of the year, before I get to the Sixers, actually, second half of the season coming up, week 10, to play the Green Bay Packers. If you're watching Monday Night Football tonight, right now, Arizona leads 10-7 over the Dallas Cowboys. A little under 4 minutes to go until halftime. Go Cardinals. Come on, Jonathan Gannon. Get us a W. Just to put the Cowboys out of their misery, and we can forget about them for the rest of the year. But the Eagles will be back next week, week 10, coming off the bye, 6-2. Now are up at the top of the standings in the NFC with losses by the Lions yesterday. all of that good stuff. The Eagles are in such a great spot. Hey, barring any crazy injuries, they will be in the mix to get that second straight division title for the first time in over 20 years. It's been too long since the NFC East has had a repeat division champion. All right, moving along to 76ers, some really good news coming out today. Jared McCain is probable to return tomorrow against the Chicago Bulls. Yes. This is big for a number of reasons. Obviously, Jared McCain getting back on the court, could shoot the three-pointer, just adds to the mix of those guards in Grimes, Maxey, and Edgecombe. Gives you just another weapon off of the bench. Huge to get him back. And you want to see the rookie. He hasn't played since December of last year, since a torn lateral meniscus in his left knee. So they're going to get him back tomorrow, it looks like. And it seems like that Paul George isn't far away. With McCain, he had the reason he was out. It wasn't because of the meniscus. It was the thumb. He hurt his thumb. He tore the UCL in the thumb. You can never win with injuries in the 76ers, but they're looking like to get McCain back. And the reason this is a big deal is because I don't know if you noticed, it's been fun. They only have one loss. It was a close game against the Celtics on Halloween night. But the guards are playing a lot of minutes to start the season. So getting McCain back is going to help give those guys a rest. Remember, it's November 3rd. We're recording this show during November 3rd. You got to give these guys a little bit of rest. I can't have Edgecombe play 40 minutes a night. He's going to get hurt. So that's one of the reasons it's huge to get Jared McCain back. One of the big reasons to get him back. So that's a big deal. So if he gets back tomorrow, you're on your way at the Sixers. He had a good workout in Brooklyn. I know Noah Levick put out a video of him working out before the game against the Brooklyn Nets, where they dominated 129-105 last night without Joel Embiid. Scheduled night off for him. And after the game, Oubre, who had a monster first quarter, you can see Embiid during the Oubre interview just shooting in street clothes. I'm cool with Embiid doing that. Take nights off, play 20 to 25 minutes, hang out on the three-point line. You don't need to be down low, getting down and dirty, and getting hurt, getting bows, and jumping up and down and blocking everything. I don't need that. You need to get to the postseason. It's October, heading into November now, November 3rd. Joel, take as many nights off as you need, man. As many nights off as you need. And for those that think, he's detrimental to this roster and they don't really need him, they need him. They have no shot at winning a title without him. They're a really good team. They're fun. They lack defense. You want that guy, especially when things slow up in the postseason. You want that guy in your lineup. But McCain going to come back. Paul George looking like he's close as well. Nick Nurse said, that George, has been working out. And, Barlow also with the right elbow laceration. He's going to be out tomorrow. But you're almost at full strength. And, man, as a Sixers fan, you just got to be happy. You almost have every player that you needed and you wanted to see on the roster. Could you imagine if we get a relatively healthy 76er 2025-2026 season? Oh, be nothing better. Be nothing better. I mean, that's like my dream, is to just watch 76ers basketball with a team at full strength. They're max players, they're podcasters, they're TikTokers, all on the floor. Even Kyle Lowry, the coaches, they're getting into ball games. So, listen, if you're a Sixers fan, just have fun right now. It's November, and you can have fun because you have a lot of young players, like you're getting McCain back, like an Edgecombe, like a Tyrese Maxey, that you can feel good about the future going forward. Just enjoy this season while you have Embiid still relatively, at his MVP level. I think, we'll see that as the season goes on, him get better and better, but he's still a really good player. The fact you still have him on this roster. You're going to miss him when he's gone and not playing for the Sixers anymore, whether when he retires, etc., after this contract, whatever it may be. Enjoy this moment because it feels like this is a deep roster. It's a fun team. It's an energetic team. Just enjoy it while it lasts. Last season was such a clunker. They've gotten off to a great start this year. They look much better than they have in years past. Just get in on this. Just get in on this for now. Just go for the ride. No need to get upset. Oh, this guy's out. Well, we got this guy and this guy and this guy. Edgecombe, Maxey, McCain, Grimes, Embiid. Just enjoy it while it's going. Okay? Don't get so pressed when guys are out of the lineup. Embiid's, only playing 20 to 25 minutes. He takes a night off. You want to get that guy to the postseason. Just enjoy the ride while you have the Sixers playing good basketball. Just enjoy it. We don't know how long this may last. It's been a while since I've really sat down and just smiled when the NBC Sports Philly broadcast starts. I could just sit back and watch Tyrese Maxey break Steph Curry type records, watch VJ Edgecombe break LeBron type rookie records. Just have fun with it because this team has been aggravating and just a nuisance for how many years now. Just enjoy it and have fun with it. That's what I got to say. All right, before I get out of here, mention a couple Phillies notes. Alex Bregman, a guy who has been linked to the Phillies before, opted out of his deal. Pete Alonso opted out of his deal. 2 names to watch. What's going to happen? What are they going to do? What are the Phillies going to do with Bader? What are they going to do with Kyle Schwarber? Guess what? The hot stove ready to rock. And that World Series, one of the best games I have ever witnessed. Ever. No doubt. And we talked about this on the shift with my buddy Francisco Rojas. What game was better? 2016 Game 7 World Series, Cleveland and Chicago, or this one? I still don't have an answer for that because that one was a great one too. That one was awesome too. But nothing like when baseball is rocking and rolling, and I can't wait until they ruin it in 2027 with a lockout. It's going to be just absolutely hilarious. But with that, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Quick show tonight. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Also, check out my latest interview with former NFL strength and conditioning coach Jeff Hurd. Oh, unbelievable time talking to him. A lot of fun stories in there, a lot of hilarious stories from his time in the NFL. The Joe Montana one's a classic, so go check that out. Told some stories when he was with the Chargers about Philip Rivers, and he was such a character during his time in the league. Very much appreciate Jeff giving us 40 minutes. Could have went another 40 with him. He's just that great, and we'll get him back on the show. He's definitely a friend of the program. Big supporter of the program as well. We'll get him back on to break things down at some point once again. But go check that out at BFA Sports on YouTube, as well as at Nerdshaw Radio. All the socials, got some more clips coming out from that interview. So please go check that out. A lot of fun. You can also listen Spotify and wherever you get your podcasts. We are podcasting the show now under the BFA podcasting platform. Go check it out. So, fun stuff. We have a bunch of more interviews coming in the coming weeks. We're going to be talking to people across the sports world, from high school to the professional level, in the media, etc., former players, all that good stuff, former coaches too. Very much appreciate the support that everyone's given me on this show. We have a great crowd in here once again tonight. So very much looking forward to the progression of this show, some more people that we get to talk to. And, Monday nights are always fun, just hanging out, talking ball, and, no Philly sports tonight. So we get to watch the Cowboys get destroyed. I'm watching Bam Knight get to about the 1 yard line, and I have him in fantasy tonight. That loser could not get into the end zone. I'm going to lose my mind. But anyway, at least the Cowboys are losing, about to go down 2 scores. So we could take that. That's a victory in and of itself. All right. With that, at Nerdshaw Radio, hit the like and subscribe button. Follow on all the socials. We're powered by BFA Sports. I will talk to you in the coming weeks, Mondays, and some interviews coming along as well. Stay tuned for that. All right, everybody. Nick Earnshaw signing off right here on Nerdshaw Radio. Talk to you soon. Peace.